Hello everyone and welcome back to The Sims 3 Galactic Spots, our 101 Dalmatians side story in Lunar Lakes with Suas and her half-alien, half-human daughter Lyra. And we are making our very first Plumbot! Oh my gosh, that looks so cool! This is the very first time I have ever made a Plumbot in The Sims 3, which is really funny because if you think about it, Into the Future, the expansion pack came out a long time ago. But this is my first time actually seeing the Plumbot editor too, and actually this is a really cool looking Plumbot. It looks so sleek, so modern, and so different than what I was expecting. Why hello there, Plumbot. So let's go ahead and see what kind of Plumbody traits we can pick for our Plumbot. I know that you can't pick their personalities or their skills. Those are actually things you install with trait chips, and we have created a few trait chips. But what are some of the basics for our Plumbot? I didn't even think about the fact they'd have like gender OS systems. Do they change? I think that their hip width changes just subtly. Yeah, and it looks like the legs change quite a bit depending on, no, just subtly, depending on which gender Plumbot you pick, but that's interesting. And then, oh my gosh, number 8, SM807, Goth Model 12, NASDAQ, L15A. L15A is actually kind of cool because we do have Lyra. So Lyra and L15. Huh, I kind of like that idea actually. I kind of like that. We're going to remember that. Wow, look at these. Harvester, False Mary, SM. Oh my gosh, RJ87, Zeta. Ooh, Zeta is actually, you know what? Zeta is a really cool name, but we do have Zelda already in one of our Sims 3 series. But Zeta, I actually really like that name. I really like that name. So we have Suas, Lyra, Zeta. We're going to go with the name Zeta. It will be a female operating system, and there's different kinds of heads you can pick too. What? So we can have a couple weird eyeballs like that. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. You can have this kind of look, which is kind of neat. You've got that fun sort of hair updo in the back. What else do we have? We have this kind of clunky head. No, I think I want something a little bit more modern-esque. I really liked the first head we actually had because it had that glowing hair in the background. So let me see, was that just what this one could be? Interesting. I actually really like the look, the very first look that we had. So let me go all the way back. There we go. I actually really like this look. I just kind of want to tweak the colors a little bit. Maybe to be blue instead of that bright neon-y green. But that's really fun. And then you can pick the body type to go down the center. So you can have kind of like this long spine. Or you could have, let's see, more of a middle piece. That's interesting. I have never made one of these before. Whoa, can you just have like a glowy orb? You can! That's so cool! I love that look! That is definitely something that I think Suas would be really proud of herself for having a Plumbot that just has like this glowy orb as part of their body, and they just come in all of these pieces rather than having like connected up pieces. So let's go back. I really like that glowy orb piece. That's really cool. What kind of cool arms can we have? I like that head though because it kind of looks like it has hair, and I sort of like the dual eyeball thing that we have going on. And then what kind of arms can we have? All right, no, I'm not really into that kind of arm. That's so cool. You can have ones that have arm piece, like a little bit more arm pieces. Oh look, this is like the servo arms from The Sims 2. I kind of like, again, the first ones we had are really super simplistic, but I sort of like the glow and the hum to this one. So we might change some of the colors to be blues. But I like the legs too. We just sort of lucked out like on a Plumbot that I would really enjoy on the first click. And then this one now is more of a blue tone. So let me back up a little bit. And let's see how we could edit this one. Wow, look at all the code that's running in the background as you create them. That is so much fun. And I want to, let's go with like a blue humming tone right there. Nice. I really like that. All right, let's drag that through each one of the different parts that our Plumbot has. And what about up here as well? We want to take this blue. Let's see if we can, oh, nope, I want how do we reach, all right, let me see if I can find, I need to change the color of this bit right here. So that's so cool. I love that you can have this glowing bit for the Plumbots. I've never made them before. I might change the arms up actually. Try something a little bit fancier. And then let's see about changing the head. That's so neat. I've never done this before. I need to change the glowing green color, please. All right. Yeah, that color right here. There we go. Make into a darker blue, I think. Nice! Alright, just one last green tone to change, and then I'll be happy with the overall layout of our Plumbot. That's so cool. Zeta, too. What a fun name. I think I might change her arms. I think you can, like, change their arms pretty regularly, actually. And if I could just change the style on the body... There we go. Nice! I like her. So everyone, meet Zeta, newest member of the family. I'm going to see if I can change the color of her central little orb once more. And then we're going to start installing some trait chips on her, which I have never done before, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, look at that! I love how you can change those colors. That is so addictively fun. Alright, let's see. What about a... kind of want like... a dark blue. I want it to glow somewhat. There we go. But I want it... Wow, that's just... Oh my gosh, I could have way too much fun with that. It'd be fun if that could change colors the way that the little sprites have their little orbs change colors. But there we are. So Zeta. Nice! And we can probably change the way that she looks all the time. So let's see if we made her properly, if she's a new member of the family, and how we can possibly upgrade her different abilities and traits. I'm sort of nervous about this. Alright, what have you done? Oh my goodness. Is this gonna do it? There she is, you guys! It's our very own Plumbot! I hope that she turns out okay. Oh my gosh, we have our very own Plumbot. This is so exciting. I think Lyra or Suas would be so beside herself with excitement because she has worked very hard to create... Oh no, the name came out, RJ45076. Okay, we'll have to change that. Self-tune up, holophone, adjust trait chips. Alright, we'll change her name, don't you worry. I'm pretty sure there's probably a way. Customize self. We can customize her again. Oh, she can siphon power from her bot builder. Alright, so we'll fix Zeta's name in just a little bit. I'm not worried about that. But let's see what she's like. So we have battery power, social, install the friendly functions, sense of humor, sinister circuits, simulated emotions, capacity to love, or sentient trait chip to socialize. So she can't socialize. And she doesn't have the sentient chip, so she can't focus on unlocking fun. She can, however, be maintained, and she has battery power. So I have the power. Surging electric circuits have filled RJ73. Oh, maybe her name's RJ73 from Suas, but maybe we can have Lyra name her Zeta. That sounds so cool. With power, only the first law of Plumbotics keeps her from conquering the world. Interesting. Scan Suas. It's hard for a Plumbot to properly judge others. Eyes are such limited tools. A thorough scan can illuminate in anyone's inner workings. And equipped a trait chip. Life as a Plumbot can feel limited, even stifling. Trait chips open up new horizons of possibility and add color to drab mechanical lives. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so much fun. I am so excited. All right, and then she is an average level Plumbot. Female operating system. This is the quality of the Plumbot. Increasing the quality will slow the rate which maintenance and battery power deplete. Become better at bot building to improve with tune-ups. Okay, so we can do tune-ups to improve her quality. She's just average quality right now. And the creator and family member are the traits that she has given to Suas and Lyra, which is pretty fun. Plumbots cannot join a career without the office drone chip. Plumbots cannot learn skills without the limitless learning or other skill chips. She can have inventory, and she can actually have lifetime happiness rewards. Oh my goodness, that's so fun. We can try to make our Plumbot happy. All right, and meanwhile, what's this? Buy a Plumbot. Well, we just kind of bought a Plumbot. Like, we made one ourselves, but it seems like she wants more. Oh, and our Plumbot. Zeta is scanning her. or excuse me, RJ73, is scanning her new creator to figure out what she can about her. We'll have to see what she thinks about that. Let's see. So buy a Plumbot, create 2 Plumbots. Why would you? Well, creating new life has an addictive appeal. Your sim has come to see Plumbot construction as a moral imperative and wants to build many more. I wonder why though. Like, is there a special Plumbot? Let's check out the skill journal. A bot builder is a tinkerer at heart who's capable of building everything from simple mechanical nanites to complex sim-like Plumbots. It takes time and practice before Suas is ready to build advanced Plumbots, but even a novice can design or create trait chips and nanites to get started. And so if she earns at least 5,000 from performing tune-ups, she will receive the, as a result, the well-tuned moodlet will last longer after performing a tune-up. There's also a Micro Master. Create at least 200 nanites to become a Micro Master. Once achieved, the cost of all creating nanites is halved. And chipping in by discovering 21 different trait chips. After chipping in, all purchases at the bot shop will be 25% off. So we definitely want to get into the future to work better on our bot, I think. But speaking of work better on our bot, let's go ahead and instruct Plumbot 2. And you can tutor the Plumbot. Let's adjust the trait chips. Uh-oh, it's raining. Is that going to affect our Plumbot? Yeah, apparently she wants to go inside the house when it's raining. So we'll see how that goes. We just powered her down. And look at that! We've got 3 spots we can install those trait chips and 3 things we want to put in. The competent cleaner, the handy bot, and the still chef. So there we go. There we go. And Suas is really hungry, so maybe that is going to have our Plumbot. Let's let her go inside. I want to see what she does on her own. She's gonna prepare. Oh wait, that's Suas. Suas, stop being silly. All right, our Plumbot is going home. This is your home, right? Right. All right. And she has the still chef trait. So does that mean that she can serve like really fancy meals? Cooking skill raised to maximum. So her cooking skill, whoa, her cooking skill is just like immediately maxed out. Oh my gosh. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and have her serve dinner, and we'll have her serve something super fancy to show off like her cooking skill being so over the top. So let's try the tri-top tofu steak, just because that sounds amazing. And Suas is gonna go ahead and wait because she'll be very happy to be able to have a little bit of food made for her by the Plumbots, the way things in the future, the way things in the era of aliens should be, rather than making the food herself. And I'm gonna have her rest for a second. Let's see if I can restore brain power. There we go. So she's gonna focus on restoring her brain power for just a minute while her Plumbot does all this work, making some tri-top tofu steak. Oh my gosh, look at her go! This is so cool. I've never had a Plumbot before. They don't really have moods, do they? Let's see. A mood meter is inactive, and until she has simulated emotions or sentience trait chips, she won't have a mood, you guys. That's so surreal. She really is just kind of like a slowly debattering powered creation. She's not going to eat, but she's going to like clean up for us. Suas, meanwhile, is like, finally, she can focus on her brain power and all of her neglected skills and traits, and we can have RJ73 go ahead and just take care of the rest of, wow, look at that, of the household. I wonder how Lyra's going to feel like about that. I wonder if RJ73 can actually tutor Lyra. We're going to have to see. When Lyra wakes up, we'll have to see if RJ73 can tutor her or not, because that is something that we have as a goal for having the Plumbot. Somebody to be able to watch over and take care of Lyra without us having to be involved. And then we'll go ahead. We can have her recharge in this station. Look at that! That is so cool. So she'll just go ahead and lock herself in to charge up. And then we'll have, let's see, grab a plate. We'll have Suas when she's done gathering up her brain power. That looks so weird whenever they do that. Yeah, Lyra's definitely living in a very alien household now. Look at this. We've got a Plumbot over here. We've got Suas over here. I wonder what our Plumbot will do when we're not taking care of it. She wants to scan the different sims. This is going to be interesting. All right. Well, Suas, are you almost done? You are one odd duck sometimes. Has anyone ever told you that? All right, there we go. Suas is finally finished recharging her brain power. She can summon all the meteors that she possibly wants. Lyra is still sleeping. What is our Plumbot doing? Oh my gosh, she's making some lobster thermidor. She's taking that trait chip for being a steel chef really seriously. This is hilarious. There's just going to be, oh my gosh, she made like perfect lobster thermidor. Let's see. Lyra totally didn't bomb on the dream stage, but she reacted terribly to criticism. Everyone agrees that she's acting childish. Oh my gosh, what? What? Lyra, I don't think one of her normal traits is to love the outdoors. Does that mean that her personality can change based off of the dream stage? What? I hope that changes back. That'll be really, really weird if she's behaving childish. I wonder if she's going to behave childish as her way of rebelling, even though normally that trait is loves the outdoor, or loves the cold. Will that go back? Oh my gosh, we're going to have to see. All right, so Lyra has just woken up. We're going to go ahead and have her get ready for the day with a quick cleanse. Meanwhile, her mother is extremely proud because the Plumbot has made outstanding quality food and is putting away the leftovers. She's made outstanding quality tri-tip tofu steak. And now what is the Plumbot doing? Wash all dishes in the room because of her cleaner component. Yeah, I think that Suas would definitely consider this a gift to Lyra. So we'll send Lyra downstairs for breakfast, since she got in big trouble yesterday because she ran off and went to the festival by herself. Let's see, feeling childish. Interesting. So I think for the next 12 hours, she's going to be behaving a little bit childish, and maybe also because she ended up getting grounded and getting scolded. And then let's have her mom. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to have Suas kind of like talk about the day. I think she's going to scold Lyra really quickly for not coming down. I know that seems kind of mean, but we're going to scold Lyra for not coming down prepared for the day to start, even though it's like 5 in the morning, and being in her clothes, because Suas really wants to start seeing some routine and regularity and efficiency going on. I don't care if it's leisure day or not. We've got some, we're not going to do leisure day, Lyra. We need to start focusing on being a little bit more grown up. So don't change into your everyday outfit, number 1. Your mom would be so mad. Wait, I can't tell which everyday outfit is the new alien outfit. Let me see. All right, it would be this one. Yeah, change into everyday outfit number 1. Because I do believe that Lyra is in a little bit of trouble. And then now Suas is going to try to patch things up by giving a gift. Because she's like, and your new gift is your very own Plumbot. All right, let's see. Friendly, give gift. And we're going to give, let's see. Maybe the luminous gem. We'll give the luminous gem to her. Oh my gosh, Lyra's so happy. As a way to say that we're giving her the Plumbot. There we go. And then let's see. I can't believe she wants to make 2 Plumbots. That's so interesting to me. And she wants to clean the toilet. I think she also wants to work on some upgrading. So we're going to get her up here. She's going to go ahead and upgrade to unbreakable, that unbreakable toilet, because she got very frustrated that it got clogged up. Meanwhile, the Plumbot is putting things away. Can we socialize with the Plumbot at all? Yeah, we can! Instruct Plumbot to entertain, prepare favorite meal, power down, explain function. So let's have her make the Plumbot explain the function of the Plumbot. And then we will rename the Plumbot to Zeta, because I think that Lyra really doesn't want to have some sort of machine that she talks to. And just like she named her Hollow Sprite, she would name the Plumbot the family Plumbot. There we go. Whoa, it's got this cool, like, robotic voice and everything. Oh, and they're building a relationship. Good to know that they don't really need trait chips to be able to do that. I do need to design more trait chips, but man, this is so exciting, having our very own Plumbot for the first time. Beep boop, Lyra, my primary functions are as follows. Steel chef, handybot, competent cleaner. I am standing by and awaiting your instructions. That would feel so formal. So I think hollow disc, show off sprite. So I think maybe Lyra as a little kid would be like, look, see? I have some alien pets too. Or some robotic pets. Oh, that didn't seem to do anything. She's not really bonding with the Plumbot just yet. Who knows? Maybe some new personality traits we can add into Zeta, when we name her Zeta, that is, will help us out. But for now, she's just focusing on cleaning up the house and putting away meals and making new meals. So, all right. And meanwhile, over here, yeah, upgrade to be self-cleaning. Over here, Suas wants to upgrade this toilet like no tomorrow. She wants to get like 2 or 3 upgrades stacked on top of this thing. So now that we have a Plumbot to watch over Lyra, and can the Plumbot tutor Lyra? Let's see. NRAS, Plumbot, explain function. She can't socialize just yet, so she can't tutor her. Suas is still going to have to do that. But I think Suas is realizing she needs to go to the Plumbot experts if we're going to really upgrade this thing to take good care of Lyra the way that she should. So we might have to go. And then Lyra's like, I can wash these dishes. I think they're fighting over who gets to wash the dishes. So fine, you can wash your own dishes then, Plumbot. I'm going to have Lyra turn in her homework. But I do think that it's about time for a visit from a certain grandmama now that we have a Plumbot here to watch over Lyra, and Suas is really starting to get the itch to upgrade things and go out into space and to take care of her adventures exploring the stars for all of those special artifacts and meteorite bits and pieces that she wants. So this is so cool. I've never had a Plumbot before. Plumbot is just staring at the wall. That's fine, Plumbot. We'll give you some more personality as time goes on. And Lyra is grounded at home, working on her latest assignments, trying to make sure she does her homework, and she's going to be listening to that tabcast to see if she can learn what the heck she can do with this fancy new Plumbot her mom brought home. If maybe she can try to guide it into doing what she wants out of it. And she's doing that parrot again. Oh my gosh, that's always so weird when she does that. What a weird little glitch. But we'll have her do her homework. She knows she's in trouble. She has to stay home today. But maybe home life is about to get a little bit more interesting. And I don't just mean with the toilet upgrades. So we've got our new Plumbot. Welcome, Zeta. You don't do too much just yet. We'll definitely work on making you do more. I wonder if I can make Zeta clean up all of the little hollow sprites because they need cleaned. Yeah, apparently I can. So we'll have her work on cleaning the hollow sprites so that their moods are slightly better. She can at least do that much. And we'll keep an eye on little Lyra, who apparently is feeling super childish and kind of rebellious. But what better time to end up with a new best friend, a new spotty best friend emerging from the stars. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.